In this video, I'm going to talk about strategies to taking a math test. A lot of the strategies already talked about in these soft skills videos have discussed how to be successful in a math test. You've got to practice. You've got to start soon. You've got to believe in yourself. That is key. Don't let yourself get rattled during math tests. If you find that you've hit a problem that's just throwing you for a loop, skip it. Move past it. Don't let your mind get hung up on that one problem. You sit there and you just constantly think back to, oh, number 8, I really should have been able to do that, or I wish I could remember that formula. If you're devoting your mind's energy to thinking about one problem, you're gonna miss all the others. So math, it is really critical that when you hit that problem you don't know, you just skip over it. You just move on. You say, hey, you know what? That's one problem I missed, but I've still got the other 20 problems correct, and I'm still gonna come out with a good grade. That is one very important element to taking math tests. Don't let yourself get hung up by that one problem. It's also important that you answer everything that you can. So it is always better to show more work on a math test and kind of fall a little bit short than not show any at all. If you can start that process of writing down some information, it might spur more information. It might help you reach that solution just by writing some things down. So if you look at the problem and don't know every single step at the beginning, that is fine. Write down what you know and see what it can stimulate. The other side of it too is if it's not just an all or nothing math test, is that might generate some points. If you write down 3/4 of the correct answer, you're going to get probably 3/4 of the credit for exams that are scored in that way, that you do receive partial credit. Another big element to the math test is timing. A lot of tests will be timed. And so you've got to really be paying attention to how much time is left. How far have you made it through the test given the time that you've been sitting in the test? So if I know I have 20 questions and I have, let's say, an hour for the test, that means I need to be moving at about 3 questions, a question every 3 minutes, one question for every 3 minutes. So if I get to a problem and I realize I've been sitting staring at it for 5 minutes and I haven't gotten anywhere, it is much better to skip that question, move on. Again, don't worry about it. Don't let your mind get hung up by that one thing. Concentrate on what you can do, right? So if you look at a problem, just say, I have no idea. Skip it. Don't stare at it for 10 minutes. Or if you're working through a problem and you've been on it for 5 minutes and you think, hey, I'm just not that close to the answer. Well, move on, right? Don't get hung up on those problems that you don't know how to do or you don't feel comfortable. Of course, we can't skip every problem, right? We need to be aware of that too. But if we put in the correct amount of time studying, if we've been doing all those things where we've prepared throughout the semester, we have really been practicing, memorizing our formulas. If we're going into the test and we have put in the max amount of effort, we should be confident. Don't let those 1 or 2 problems that we don't know how to do derail us. Just go through, do what you can.